The following story is a work of fiction. The cemetery had no official name. It didn't appear on maps. Locals simply called it the Old Ground. Hidden beyond a collapsing dirt road, it sat where the forest thickened unnaturally, as if nature itself had tried to bury it. No birds sang there. No wind stirred the leaves. People avoided it, not out of superstition, but instinct. Something about that place felt aware. No one remembered when the last burial took place, but the caretaker remained. His name was Arthur Bell, a man so quiet people weren't sure if he spoke at all. He lived in a shack at the cemetery's edge, tending graves no one claimed. Arthur never aged. At least, not visibly. Children whispered that he had been there longer than the stones themselves. The first visitor arrived on a night without stars. Elias Stonehenge, a journalist chasing forgotten places, ignored every warning. His camera rolled as he crossed the rusted gate, unaware that the cemetery had already noticed him. The fog thickened the moment he stepped inside. Elias noticed something immediately. Most gravestones had no names, no dates, just shallow carvings, marks that looked more like scratches than letters. Some stones felt warm, others seemed to breathe. As Elias filmed, the ground beneath his feet shifted, not sinking, not cracking, listening. Whispers rose from the soil, too faint to understand, yet desperate. Not voices of the dead, voices of the waiting. Stone angels stood at the cemetery's center. Their faces were eroded smooth, except the eyes. Those were polished, clean, recently touched. No matter where Elias stood, the statues seemed to follow him. Arthur Bell appeared without sound.
"You shouldn't stand too long,"
he said softly.
"They notice movement."
Elias asked who they were. Arthur only smiled. While Arthur spoke, Elias realized something horrifying. The gravestones had shifted. They no longer faced the same direction. They were facing him. Arthur finally explained. This cemetery didn't bury bodies. It buried regret, guilt, unfinished lives. People drawn here didn't die. They were stored. Elias's camera shut off. The red light died. Arthur stepped back.
"Now you belong to the ground,"
he whispered. The iron gates slammed shut. Trees bent inward. The forest sealed the cemetery like a wound closing. No sound escaped. At dawn, a new stone stood where Elias fell. No name, no date, still warm. Weeks later, another light appeared beyond the trees. Another curious soul. The cemetery waited. If you ever find a cemetery with no name, no birds, no wind, leave. Because some graves don't hold the dead. They watch, and they remember.